I agree with you, and I've gone through all of this for many, many, many months in my head. Um, it's,
My dear friend, you will have to pick a side.
I think it's the pain of perception of loss, I guess. Yeah, I
It
know.
is your perception. Pain occurs because of your perspective towards what you are thinking about. Understand this again. The intuitive mind, the higher self, your soul, this is the value of your emotions. I have said before that when you are feeling joy and spontaneity and adventure and passion and desire, you know that these are emotions that are coming from the authentic part of you, the part of you that is connected to all that is, and also the entire world and everything in it. These are positive, loving emotions that can be associated with each other. When you begin to experience emotions like pain and disappointment and sadness, it is an indication that what you are thinking, that your perspective on a particular event or person is not what your soul is thinking, which means what you have to do when those emotions arise is to understand that you are not thinking clearly. You are not resonating with a thought process that is in harmony with your natural state of grace, and then becomes your function to adjust your perspective until you can see, have the perspective of the event or of the other person from the viewpoint of unconditionalism yourself. Suffering emotionally has no purpose in your life except so that you can use the negative emotions to alter the perspectives and evolve. It is in the evolution and the expansion of your perspective that your vibration changes. It is good that you are acknowledging this struggle, for many do it now. It is valuable and it is very kind of you to ask this question so that others may eventually be the beneficiary of this same information. The pain that you recall, the disappointments and the sadness that you think of are an indication that your thoughts are in error. They are not correct, and they are coming from a very conditional platform. The other person was never responsible for your happiness. Another human being can never bear the burden of this successfully. They were not designed to. And they did not come here to do that. And by the way, neither did you. So if you are going to focus your power in your present moment at all times, you will make sure that when these emotions start to come into you, that you begin to recognize them, don't push them away, and understand that it is your opportunity in that moment to alter your perspective.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. There is something else there.
Growth.
Growth happens when you can think back on an event or a situation that previously brought you pain, and you can then look upon the same event and situation with appreciation. That is growth.
And I do. I'm at that point.
What are your daily thoughts that you affirm about love going forward as you are trying to attract your next great love relationship? Let us do just a little bit more here.
So,
what are your thoughts?
Proceed slowly, openly.
Proceed as you wish. You understand? Slowly implies that there must be a measure of control that belies the trust that you can have with yourself, your entire multidimensional beingness. The aspects of you are not going to bring you into a situation that is bad for you, ever. It is not true. If you want to be spontaneous, for there is joy in spontaneity, you should do so. You should do so without being concerned about what could happen. That is your physical mind kicking in, which has observed certain things on the past, which also houses the platform of your false and limiting beliefs that wants to tell you that you have to go slow. And why do you have to go slow? Because there was wrongness that occurred in your past. That's your physical mind intruding on the intuitive mind, wanting to be joyful. You have to pick a side here. It is good to be spontaneous. It is good to follow the flow of your excitement. It is good to follow the flow of what makes you feel alive, whether it's reading a book or watching a movie or being with another human or hiking in the woods, whatever in that moment excites you. The nature of your personality is spontaneous, because spontaneity can be acted upon if there is trust in yourself, in understanding that you, not just this physical man, this incarnation of you in physical form, you, all of you, your soul is not going to take you into a place that is bad for you. You see, you just brought up a wall, but your nature is spontaneous, and it is joyful, and it is adventurous, and it is not afraid.
And it is passionate. I'm a Leo.
Passion is good.
I'm
Passion is
very
good for Virgos and Aquarius and everybody else. And
absolutely.
Pisces, passion is good for every living thing on this planet, you see. And to follow that spontaneity, you really must examine your ideas of wrongness here and the responsibility that you think others bear on your happiness. You can decide whether to focus on negative aspects. You have that control. Do not say go slow, because the going slow implies that you must go slow, deny your spontaneous nature, which is what your physical mind is telling you to do, when it's the intuitive mind that you came here to follow. The physical mind was only meant to perceive and observe. It was never meant or designed to control the journey. It's why you have another mind that reflects the rest of you. You call it intuition. Some people call it a higher self. Some people call it a soul. But it is you. You're going to deny one aspect of yourself in favor of another. There is a balance. Understand the balance of how you operate. You want your physical mind to observe. You need your physical mind to do its job so you can decide whether what you're observing is pleasing to you. But then your other aspects, let's say your intuitive mind, wants you to act spontaneously. Fear is going to make you say go slow because you don't trust that aspect of you. And you can. You just don't believe that you can based on what you've seen. But what you've seen incorporates a platform of limiting and false beliefs. You must pick a side. You can choose to believe that you would never take you in to a situation that is bad for you, that does not support the perspective that you wanted to gain here, that does not support your expansion, that does not support your evolution. You see, people are going to misbehave all the time. They're going to misbehave all the time. And if you focus on that and hold that behavior accountable in some correlated way to your own happiness, this is what you're going to attract. But if you can understand, if you can have the perspective that everybody is here doing the same thing that you are, they are creatively expressing their own, and your rendezvous together may not be for as long as you would like, but it was for as long as you needed for you to expand, for you to clarify, you see.
Right.
And each one gets better and better and better. And so then you can focus your thought on feeling that appreciation, because then, of course, the universe will say, oh, yes, you would like some more? Yes, I would like some more. I would like a loving relationship, and clarify what you want in that moment without guard, without rules that will curtail your spontaneous nature. Spontaneity is fun. You didn't come here to be bored. You didn't come here to go slow. You came here to go at the pace that you wanted to go when you wanted to go there. It's what helps define your creative aspects of your personality. Sometimes you want to go slower, sometimes you don't want to move at all. Other times you want to jump the gun. And know that if you trusted yourself entirely, you would follow that good feeling of those impulses with trust. And words like I have to go slow are fear based, and they intrude on the kind of relationship that you are going to attract. You're going to attract if you believe that you have to go slow because you have to be careful, you are going to attract someone where that will be true, you see.
We don't want that.
No, you don't want that.
No,
None of you
no.
came here for that. Not a one of you came here for that. You came here for a relationship that would offer your ability to freely express yourself in a loving construct, to be spontaneous sometimes and to not be that way other times, and you came to have fun.
To be openly and freely accepted for me.
But you must be able to offer that first before you can receive it. Understand this. You must become the vibration of what you are seeking first. This is why you have heard other teachers say, for those who are seeking financial abundance, they must be emitting the vibration of abundance first in order to attract it. Yes?
Absolutely.
Therefore, you must look upon your past relationships as wonderful rendezvous that you have greatly enjoyed and appreciated because they served their purpose, and you wish them well because you would want those to wish you well for relationships that you wanted to end. Yes? You would want that consideration and understanding for yourself. You must first be able to give it, you see, and that is the vibrational stance that you want to have as your attraction point. Confidence in yourself, safety, knowing you can go into any relationship you want, and your soul, your inner being, has your back and would never want you to go into something that is bad for you. Trust yourself first.
Thank you.